everyone. Good to see you all here this Erev New Year. Tomorrow will be regular Erev New Year, or New Year's Eve, as some might call it. It's wonderful for us to be able to be here.
Yeah, apparently I haven't shut down Google yet.
I was about to say the YouTube, I can hear myself. There we go. All of that to say, it's wonderful to be here together. What better way to end one year and begin another than to do so together? We are going to start off a moment by taking a deep breath in and exhale and settle ourselves into this moment when we welcome in Shabbat. We'll begin with a nigun. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da da da. Yada da 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 da, yada da da da, yada da 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 da da We continue welcoming in Shabbat with the lighting of Shabbat candles. It's my pleasure to invite Ann Anderson and Janine Charlton to light the Shabbat candles for us. We are on page 120.
We are holiness, we are blessed, we are filled and sustained by gifts imparted and ingrained. On Shabbat, we rest with intention. We breathe in the divine spirit and release the tumult of the week gone by. We take a few moments to simply be present. We rediscover our connection to our Creator in that quiet moment of truth, so profound. Alone with our source, we see our own reflections and find that we have also found ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chol v'tzivanu Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher kitanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. are on page 131 for the words Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Let us sing unto God a new song. Shiru Ladonai Kol haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai Kol haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Ladonai Kol haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Shir Chadash. We are on page 138 for the words of Lecha Dodi. And we think about the joy that we are meant to feel on Shabbat. Shabbat doesn't always come during joyful times, but sometimes it does. And whether we are feeling joy from the moment or joy because we're summoning joy or even some semblance of it because it's Shabbat and we feel some kind of yearning to have that moment of joyous Shabbat, it in many ways is like New Year's. New Year's, we say, Happy New Year! And sometimes we mean it. And sometimes it's hopeful, but it might not be in a joyful moment. Yet, we still greet one another, Happy New Year. And sometimes it's describing what we're feeling. And sometimes it can be a blessing for one another, that we wish for one another to have a Happy New Year. We're on page 138. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmi'anu el ha'yuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem bo tiferet v'li tehilah. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekavela. Likrat Shabbat, Lechu v'necha, Hi makor ha'beracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekavela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekavela. in body or spirit. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uv'tzohala, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, lechadodi, likat kala, pene Shabbat nekavela, lechadodi, likat kala, pene Shabbat nekavela. Please remain standing, and we turn to page 146 for the words of Baruch Hu. Please be seated. We turn to page 148. In the middle of the Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. We turn to page 152 for the words of Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, b'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'derech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha lema'an tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti atchem be'eretz Mitzrayim Lihiot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, emet. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside of your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. We are on page 158 for the words of Mi Chamocha.
page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Before we'll sing the words of Hashkivenu, I encourage us to pause a moment to think about the rest that we are hoping for this Shabbat and the ways that we will include rest and seeking shelter for ourselves and for those that we love in this coming year. Let's take a moment to reflect, to take a deep breath. And we'll sing together. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim, shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim, shalom. Baruch atah, atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. We turn to page 164 as we come to the core part of our service, our tefillah. Please rise in body or spirit. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, and my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei b'neihem, le'ma'an shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer u'moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah rav le'hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Micha mocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehallelujah selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please take a moment for your own silent prayer, and when your personal prayer is complete, feel free to be seated. We now come to our Torah service. It is my pleasure to invite Sarah Granis to be our Torah holder this evening. And it is my pleasure to invite everyone else to please rise as we turn to page 362. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malechutecha malechut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam v'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim eitiv avir tzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Kivecha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kdushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, u'neromim Hashemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedulach v'hagevurach v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'hamid na'aseh lechol lerosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shlosha, if you take a seat, that would be helpful. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Thank you. Please be seated, unless your name is Michelle Eisenbrock, because we are blessed to hear words of Torah come from her mouth through chanting. We are going to be reading from Parshat Vayigash, which is, the verses we will hear will be Genesis chapter 45, verses 1 through 10, which can be found on page 282 of the Plout commentary. And to bless the Torah this evening, it's my pleasure to invite Ted Bressler.
Would you like a microphone?
Oh, let me grab the microphone. Thank you for the reminder.
No problem.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamburach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamburach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'lo yachol Yosef lehitapek lechol hanitzavim alav vayikra hotziu kol ish me'alai v'lo amad ish ito v'yitvada Yosef el echav v'yitein et kolo bivchi vayishmeu Mitzrayim vayishma beit Paro vayomer Yosef el echav ani Yosef ha'od avichai v'lo yachlu echav la'anot oto ki nifhalu mipanav vayomer Yosef el echav Geshuna elai vayigashu vayomer ani Yosef achichem asher mechartem oti mitzrayma ve'ata al te'atzbu ve'ayichar be'einechem ki mechartem oti heina ki limichya shlachani Elohim lifnechem ki zeh shnatayim hara'av bekerev haaretz ve'od chamesh shanim asher ein charish v'katzir vayishlacheni Elohim lifnechem lasum lachem she'erit ba'aretz ulhachayot lachem lifleita gedola ve'ata lo atem shalachtem oti heina ki ha'elohim vayesimeni la'av l'faro uladon l'chol beito u'moshel b'chol eretz Mitzrayim maharu ve'alu el avi va'amartem elav ko amar bincha Yosef zamani Elohim la'adon l'chol Mitzrayim reda elai al ta'amod ve'yashavta be'eretz Goshen ve'hayita karov elai ata uvanecha uvnei vanecha v'tocha uvkartza v'chol asher lach.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chai olam atah b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. while we still have the Torah out in our midst, we think of those who are in need of some healing water, of some mayim chayim. Whether this is healing of body, healing of spirit, or healing of soul. If you or somebody you know are in need of healing at this time, I encourage you to hold them in your heart. If you are on Zoom, feel free to type their name in the chat. And if you are in person, please feel free to share their name aloud or to hold them in your thoughts as my hand passes over your section.
My sister Jeannie, Ellen, Kevin, and Julianne.
Jenny Charlton, Don Chubley,
Cheryl Smith, Adrian Brown, Greg Spiegel, and Bruce Holden.
Tolton, Kelly, Gloria Brooks, Dan Radcliffe, Andrea Glasser, my friend Debbie.
Jerry King, Greg King, and Otis, and myself.
For all those names that we've said aloud and those that we keep in our hearts, we turn to page 371 for the words of Mi Shebeirach. Mi Shebeirach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi Shebeirach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We are on page 374 as we prepare the Torah to be returned to the ark, and then as we return it. Please rise in the ways you're able, and I invite Sarah Granis back up. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomchecha meushar derachecha darchei noam v'chol netivotecha As I was scrolling through Facebook, as I often do, way more than I should, that can be another New Year's resolution for me, I found this meme that really just resonated so much for me. It said, non-Jewish New Year, let's party, let's go crazy. Jewish New Year, let's pray that we don't die. It sounds about right, right? I had a friend who posted, I'm actually glad to have both. And I kind of agree with that. I think that there's something nice about being able to have a new year that encourage us to connect with our joie de vivre, and the other new year that encourages us to reflect on ourselves and to think about ways that we've missed the mark and ways that we want to do better. And it just so happens that this New Year Shabbat, we are reading from Vayigash, which is about a pretty important moment of reconciliation, of looking inwards at ourselves and looking at other people who we want to be connected to, who we may not have been connected to as much as we would have wanted. This is the story where Joseph reconnects with his brothers. And he's gone through quite a journey to get there. First, we have that he's his father's favorite son. He has this great coat. He has some pretty outrageous dreams that kind of make them angry. It's understandable. And then they sold him into slavery. Not so understandable. But then he rose into status. He rose into the status as a servant of a wealthy individual named Potiphar. But then Joseph was falsely accused by Potiphar's wife and was sent to prison. And in prison, he saw people that he came to know both be freed and also be put to death. And then he saved his own life with dream interpretation, which, as we know, dreams are the very thing that got him in this place in the first place. And now Joseph, an advisor to the Pharaoh, reunites with his brothers who don't recognize him. He wants to see whether they are trustworthy or not because they've hurt him. He doesn't know whether he can trust them. But he also comes to understand how much that he misses his family as well. He has been alone through all of this process. He really only had himself. People came and go. Some of them ended up also proving themselves untrustworthy. And he wanted to know, is this a safe place for me? And it turns out his family, in a different way, is wondering, is this a safe place for me? They don't know it's his brother, but they do know that they don't have food. And so we come to this moment where these people who to outsiders might seem like strangers, but we know are connected, have to navigate a situation where each party feels incredible risk. The opening line of this Torah portion reads, Vayigash alav Yehuda vayomer bi Adoni. Vayigash alav is translated as Joseph went up to him. And this seems pretty straightforward, right? Or Judah went up to him. So it seems pretty straightforward that Judah goes up to his brother. Vayigash alav Yehuda. It turns out that Rabbi David of Kotsk says that the elav to him is actually not needed. And he reads it a little differently. Judah, he's yagesh. He goes over with himself his contributions to the actions that happened to his brother. He reflected to himself. And then, after reflecting for himself, he speaks to his brother. During this time of year, even though this is the year, or this is the new year where we're supposed to party and have a great time and enjoy some joie de vivre and say woohoo 2023, Happy New Year, we can also bring moments from our New Year's tradition and stories from our tradition that encourage us to heal and to apologize and to come together with those that we love and those that we've hurt and those that we want to have in our year, in our new year. So my blessing is for us today, this new year, and throughout the 2023, that we find moments to hityagesh, to come towards ourselves, to reflect towards ourselves, and then to speak to those that we love. And may this bring us the moments in life that we seek. We turn to page 586 for the words of Aleinu. Please rise in the ways that you are able. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'tet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo samchelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Please be seated. We pause a moment to think of those who are no longer with us on this earth, but remain with us in our memories of them. As your loved one's name is read, please feel free to rise. This Shabbat, we are remembering those in the period of Shloshim, the 30-day period since burial. Richard Schoenstatt, remembered by Jill Mallison. And we remember those whose yahrzeits occurred this past week. David Solomon Elchaim, brother of Suzanne Corbett. Lena Meyerson, sister of Mira Och. Yosef Och, husband of Mira Och. Frances Picker, wife of Amos Picker. Clarence Rothbach, father of Craig Rothbach. Ida Steinberger, remembered by Alan Weiner. Frances Waltz, mother of Judy Waltz. We now invite all who are observing their first year of mourning to rise at this time. And we rise as a community and turn to page 598 for the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru, Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitzhadar v'yitzaleh v'yitzhalal shmei dekudsha prichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, to which we say, Amen. Amen. Please be seated. My pleasure to invite Cindy Monroe to share some words of announcement.
Hello.
Hello.
Please note that the office will be closed for winter break December 31st through January 5th, reopening on Friday, January 6th. Torah study is on winter hiatus and will resume Sunday, January 22nd at 11 a.m. on Zoom. The Social Action Committee is accepting cash donations for Fremont's Clean Start program through January 27th. They'll also be at TBT on Saturday, January 21st from 10:30 till 12 noon. If you prefer to drop off new tags-on adult-size sweatshirts or sweatpants. The Social Action Committee also wants to thank all contributors to the Jewish Family Services Embrace a Family program. Your generosity is greatly appreciated by the families and older adults who received your gifts. Join us in January for some special Shabbat services. On January 13th, we'll be honoring Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., and on January 20th, we'll have a Greening Shabbat with special guest speaker Julie Sachs-Thaler from URJ's Religious Action Center addressing climate change. Experience Violins of Hope, Strings of the Holocaust. This is a project of concerts and educational programs brought to the communities all over the world, featuring a collection of stringed instruments from the Holocaust era that have been restored. The instruments have survived concentration camps, ghettos, pogroms, and many long journeys to tell remarkable stories of injustice, suffering, resilience, and survival. The Livermore Amador Symphony will perform 3 concerts using the Violins of Hope at Livermore's Bankhead Theater from February 5th to February 7th, 2023. The violins will also be exhibited at the theater from January 30th through February 12th, I'm having to convert numbers to words, 2023. Look for flyers on the table in the social hall, check the weekly, or go to our social action page on the website for all of the details. To help reduce the chance of spreading germs, we request that you please remask between bites and sips of the Holland juice wine available after the services. And we'd like to thank Karen Bressler and Susan Amaro for representing the worship committee tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, and thanks to Cindy for being our AV person and our board rep, and for all of the other things that she does for our community. And thanks to Michelle Eisenbruck for the beautiful chanting of Torah. We continue with words of thanks and with blessing. We'll start off with a family blessing, as we often do. I encourage you to reach out to someone who you consider family if you are not in the room with somebody who you wish to send this blessing to, I encourage you to close your eyes and to hold them in your heart. And we say this blessing. May God bless you and keep you. May God shine God's face upon you and be gracious to you. May God's face turn to you and grant you peace, to which we say, Amen. Amen. We now sing words of Kiddush for some grape juice. If you are on Zoom, you have 3 seconds to grab your own grape juice. It's longer than usual, right? 3. Yeah, well, I was feeling generous. I have a generous spirit this time of year. We turn to page 123 for the words of the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol hamim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava u'vratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim. Now we'll say a quick blessing of Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. This is a good one. We are going to conclude with Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, which is on a page somewhere in the Siddur. 10 points to whoever finds it first. It is. We gotta have some joy and some fun. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And happy 2023. Happy New Year.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom, Sonia.
Hey, there
Hey.
he is.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey, Sheldon, San Diego. How rainy is it down there?
Not too rainy yet. When
No?
when it get to us?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yeah, us too.
We've
Shabbat
had
shalom,
it in
Jackie.
buckets. We've had it in buckets up here.
Yeah, I'll bet you
Mm.
have. You're up north. We had it buckets too. So I think the water table, the rivers, the lakes, and everything should be full by now, right? we just received this statement from the water company saying that we were going to be increased in 2 fashions, one for the service and one for the drought. And Rick and I are saying, so why the drought? Why are we receiving this in pouring rain? No, it makes no sense, right? It's crazy. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
Everything goes up, doesn't it? As we all know.
Anyway, we just
Anyway,
keep moving forward. We just keep
moving forward. That's right. That's
One-
right. Just
one
keep.
foot in front of the other.
That's right. And Danny, how are you doing?
He's doing all right.
Good.
Got
Good.
a
I see
smile.
that big smile on your face. Wonderful. That's always inspiring. Always.
All right. Hey, I loved your photo. Whoops, where'd she go? We lost her. Oh, yeah. Your photos of Maui.
Oh, who? Me? Janice?
Yeah.
Or oh, you know
Jan-
what? So Sonia, the place you said to go, the fish house, was it on Maui? Up in
Yeah,
fish-
Mama's Fish House.
Mama's Fish House, right? Well, we drove past it. Mind you, it is 2 to 3 months booked out. So we happened to go for a sound bowl healing meditation right up and drove right past it. We could see the parking lot was so full.
Really?
Yeah, so it's really popular. I said, well, Sonia gave us a good piece of advice. Unfortunately, we won't make it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Gee,
it was
wow.
neat.
We got in no problem. How did
Well, I
we
think
how did we wait? Anyway,
word got out.
yeah, their Mai Tais are the best.
Really? Yeah,
They're
I
pretty
had
good.
one.
I mean, it's a little pricey, you just go for the ambiance. The food is good, but it's just being in the moment and being in that beautiful space.
Oh my
That
gosh,
makes
isn't it
that makes
gorgeous up there?
Yeah, Maui has a very special place in Danny in our hearts.
Yeah, right? Proposal occurred there. That's very special.
Yeah.
Sparks are still flying, I said in my
Oh,
response to you.
yeah.
Sparks are still going for you.
Yeah, on top of that volcano,
Very-
that's where he asked me to marry him.
Oh, so sweet.
Remember on Haleakala? You remember? No, you don't? Well, too bad.
You'll remember for both of you, and you can share the stories.
Anyway, have a good start to your new year,
You
and
as well. You and Danny.
Yeah. yeah,
Everyone here. Be
yeah,
sure to
everyone,
celebrate.
everyone.
May
Wishing you all the best.
may it be a wonderful 2023. May it be improved upon, more, find some peace, find the joy.
In more ways than one. We need it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Adios.
Peace out, right? There you go, Sonia. You got it.
Hey, remember, I graduated 67, the summer of love.
Hey, so did I. We're right in there. And Jack sent out that great
Yeah. I hung
email
out
with
at
all those do you remembers, right? Oh my
Yeah, I mean, I hung out at the Panhandle, right? Wrong. Not this girl. My mother would have never allowed me to.
Oh, I had a sister that lived in the Hay by Page, right? On Page, right
Yeah.
by the Panhandle. But, and so, yeah, I went out there. It was fun. But, our parents thought one thing and we thought another. That was the time in our life in development,
It was a wonderful time.
It was. We were blessed.
Yes, in many ways. But anyway,
Good night, Cindy.
Good night.
Thank you for allowing us to talk tonight,
yes, thank you.
Cindy. We'll let you get back home.
All right. Bye now.
Bye. Sheldon, Susan, Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah,
Always good
Shabbat
to see you.
Shalom. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.